Last week, we explored how Moses encountered God's light in the wilderness, which led to the liberation of the Israelites from slavery and oppression. This divine intervention turned despair into hope and released God's grace to his people. Today, we will examine the story of another person transformed by the light, Saul, later known as Paul. Saul was not originally a follower of Christ. Instead, he was a fierce persecutor of Christians. However, his encounter with Jesus on the road to Damascus completely changed the course of his life. Let us delve into how his transformation occurred and its implications for us today. Saul's misguided zeal. Saul first appears in Acts 7:58 as a young man who approved of Stephen's murder. He believed his actions of persecuting Christians were in defense of God's honor. Saul's intense zeal led him into request official letters from the high priest to arrest followers of the way in Damascus. However, his fervor, though sincere, was misdirected. This teaches us that religious passion, when disconnected from the truth of Christ, can lead to destructive behavior. The encounter with the light on the road to Damascus, Saul was suddenly surrounded by a brilliant light from heaven. This light was not only physical, but also a spiritual revelation, exposing Saul's blindness to God's true will. Jesus called out to him personally, saying, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" In that moment, Saul's understanding of faith and life began to shift. He was left physically blind, symbolizing his spiritual blindness, and had to be led by others into Damascus. Saul's transformation during 3 days of blindness, fasting, and prayer, Saul experienced a profound transformation. Jesus revealed his purpose for Saul, to become a messenger of the gospel. Saul's life goal shifted from persecuting Christians to proclaiming Christ. His encounter with the light not only changed his personal trajectory, but also paved the way for countless others, including Gentiles, to see the light of the gospel. In conclusion, Saul's story reminds us that no one is beyond the reach of God's grace. Even those who seem most opposed to the gospel can be transformed into vessels of his glory. Saul's encounter with Jesus demonstrates that one person's transformation can have ripple effects, bringing light to entire communities, societies, and even the world. As followers of Christ, we are called to be the light in the world, often resistant to the gospel. Let us embrace this calling and seek tangible ways to reflect Christ's light in our daily lives. May our church and our actions serve as a beacon of hope, guiding others out of darkness and into transformative light of Jesus Christ.